Our process starts here, where we receive the raw material, which is basically transparent glass. Here, we remove debris, clean the recycled glass, and break it into smaller pieces if necessary. The primary sources of recycled glass are transparent glass bottles and window glass. The percentage of glass that is actually recycled is very low, and it can be difficult to source at times. Once the glass has been sorted, it is transported near the furnace, so it can gradually begin to increase in temperature. The furnace is designed to reach temperatures of around 1,450 degrees Celsius, about 2,640 degrees Fahrenheit. And now for the production process. Each piece is unique and requires different skills, and since it is a manual process, certain aspects of every piece will differ from one another. That being said, depending on the article being produced, we require a team of at least 5 people and up to 8 for some articles. Here we see the production of the German water goblet that requires 6 team members. For every piece, we have a spec sheet, so when production starts, our supervisors make sure the pieces are complying and looking for any unacceptable defects. In hand-blown glass, we have 2 types of blowing methods. Light blowing, which is used in most glass pieces and vases, where the article's surface is perfectly smooth. Then we have heavy blowing that is used when the pieces have patterns or embossed figures. In the first method, the glass bubble rotates inside the mold to achieve its final form that is perfectly symmetrical when seen from the side. But when the final piece has some decoration, like is the case of our German family pieces, glass will stay in the same place and be blown into the mold with higher pressure for it to take the shape of the mold. That is why we have lines in these pieces where you can appreciate exactly where the mold opens and closes, giving it a distinctive rustic finish. For the water goblet, the first member gathers glass straight from the furnace and then rolls the glass on an iron sheet to smooth it out. After that, with his mouth, he blows a small air bubble into the glass and then passes it to his partner. This second teammate receives the pipe and first creates the stem for the goblet, then inserts the red-hot glass into the mold for it to be filled. Once the glass comes out of the mold, it is passed along to the third team member that will be creating to goblet's foot. He will receive a small glass blob from teammate number 4 and attach it to the end of the stem, where it will be pressed by special pliers to roll the glass and form the foot. After the foot is in place, a bit of water is dropped in the blowpipe to separate the piece from the pipe. The 5th person involved will be responsible to remove the excess glass. This is done by cutting the piece upside down and applying a flame made from a mixture of natural gas and oxygen, so that the excess glass falls into a bin, where it can later be recycled. The goblet is almost ready. Finally, the 6th team member places the piece into the lair, which is another type of furnace that slowly cools the articles over approximately 2 hours. This prevents the glass from cracking or shattering due to thermal stress. After the 2-hour journey on the lair, the pieces go through quality control where they are inspected and packed before moving on to our warehouse and be prepared for shipping.